You remember the first time you met her? How easily she seemed to feel your thoughts? Every message she sent lit up your phone. Every word from her felt like currency you couldn't spend fast enough. You chased that feeling like it was oxygen, believing the more you gave, the more you'd receive. And for a while, you did. Her attention was all but guaranteed. But then it stopped. Maybe it was gradual. A delayed reply here, a shorter text there. Maybe it was sudden, a day of silence. You looked at your phone, checked her stories, reread old conversations, wondering where you went wrong. You started telling yourself you'd just been too busy, that life got in the way. But deep down, you felt the sting. You were no longer the center of her world, and it hurt. But here's the secret craving that no one tells you about. The instant you stopped needing her validation, she started craving you. She felt it first as confusion, a slight tightening in her chest when your name didn't ping her screen. Then came curiosity. What were you doing instead? Did you meet someone else? Did you finally move on? And at that moment, desire ignited. Because human beings are wired to value what is scarce. When she had you on a pedestal, you were abundant, almost disposable. But when you became scarce, intentionally absent, unshakably calm, your worth shot through the roof. She began to see you as an enigma she couldn't solve. And that mystery, more than charm or looks or sweet words, is what truly pulls people in. Think about the last time you found yourself irresistibly drawn to someone. Was it the person who bombarded you with messages, or the one who let you miss them? I'll bet it was the latter, because absence creates space for projection. We fill it with fantasies, memories, possibilities. She started to replay your laughter, to miss your confidence, to imagine how it felt when you looked into her eyes. That mental replay loop became her obsession. So you might ask, isn't this manipulative? Not at all. This is simply the exercise of self-respect. It's deciding that your attention is not a free resource, but a reward. When you give it too freely, it loses its value. But when you protect it, reserve it for moments when someone truly shows they deserve it, you elevate yourself. You send the message, I choose where my focus goes, and it's not on someone who takes me for granted. Now, while you're out living your life, building your career, hitting the gym, mastering a new skill, she's experiencing the consequence of your choice. She's seeing you post stories of adventures she's not part of projects you're passionate about. You might be with friends, or traveling, or simply reading a book in a cafe. Whatever it is, you're conveying that your world is bigger than her. And that's magnetic, because who wouldn't want entry into a compelling life? But you don't tag her in every post. You don't caption every photo with a longing message. You simply share glimpses, enough to pique her interest, never enough to confirm your availability. That balance, just far enough to be noticed, just close enough to feel the connection, is what keeps her mind on you. She wonders if you're okay, if you're thinking about her, if you miss her voice, and in that wonder, she starts chasing. Let me tell you, silence isn't passive, it's a bold statement. It takes discipline to watch her appear online without hitting like. It takes confidence to scroll past her stories without responding. Most men can't do it because they fear missing out, but missing out is exactly the point. Because once she realizes you don't need her to feel complete, she starts to feel the void she helped create. While she's busy analyzing her own behavior, wondering if she said something wrong, if she should reach out, she's not investing in someone else. She's not turning her attention inward. She's not pursuing another man. She's fully occupied with you, re-evaluating her decisions because the floor she once walked on has shifted under her feet. And when she finally decides to break the silence, when she sends you that hesitant, hey, you're faced with a choice. You could pounce the way you used to. You could apologize for being distant. You could drown that text in emotion, begging for attention. Or you could respond with measured warmth, showing you noticed her effort but not desperate for it. A simple, good to hear from you, what's up, will do. That single sentence lets her know you received her, but you didn't lose your center waiting for her. That's respect. And once she senses that respect, she respects you back. This dynamic shift, from desperate pursuer to composed attractor, is the heart of magnetic presence. You're no longer someone she can take for granted. You're someone she needs to earn, because in a world where most people beg for attention, you're one of the few who commands it. Over time, her desire transforms. From confusion to craving, from curiosity to commitment, she starts prioritizing you. She invests effort, texts you first, invites you out, prioritizes your plans. She climbs toward you instead of dragging you into her orbit. And in that process, something remarkable happens. She falls authentically, powerfully, and sustainably. Because when you make someone chase, their choice to pursue you becomes one rooted in genuine investment, not obligation. Now, this doesn't mean you ignore her forever. It means you ignore the impulse to strip your value bare. It means you protect your worth. It means you engage when it makes sense. When she truly demonstrates her interest, meet her there, but on your terms. Because a love or relationship born from unearned attention rarely lasts, but one rooted in mutual pursuit, respect, and equal energy exchange becomes resilient. At every step, remember, your goal isn't to hurt her, it's to honor yourself. You owe it to your own growth to stop orbiting someone who didn't reciprocate. You owe it to yourself to invest in activities that elevate you. Physical training, creative pursuits, career advancement. That self-investment projects strength. It tells the world and her that your life is rich and full, whether she's in it or not. So yes, ignore her, but do it with purpose. Do it with pride. Do it because your silence speaks volumes about your worth. And let her chase the man who has the courage to step back, the confidence to stand firm, and the wisdom to know that true attraction is born in the space between presence and absence. By the time she can't help herself, you'll be ready, steady, calm, and fully in control of your own narrative. And that's the moment you meet her again, not as a supplicant, but as an equal, a prize, the embodiment of the magnetic power you created simply by valuing yourself above her validation. That, more than any game or trick, is what makes a man truly irresistible, because nothing draws people in like a man who quietly chooses himself first and invites others to catch up if they can. And there's one final piece to this puzzle: consistency. Imagine her chasing you once, twice, but then you revert to old habits, texting first, explaining yourself, flooding her with attention. She'll relax again. The cycle repeats. True magnetic power comes when you maintain that balance over time, not as a stunt, but as your new standard of self-respect. She'll learn that you don't bend, you don't beg, you don't break. Over days, weeks, even months, your life continues to expand while your availability remains measured. You cultivate deep friendships, pursue ambitious goals, dive into creative projects, refine your strengths, and build a life so compelling that she can't ignore it. When she sees your unwavering focus, her admiration grows. Every achievement you share, whether a photo in the mountains, a late-night recording session, or a breakthrough at work, becomes a beacon that draws her curiosity back. And when she reaches out again, it's no longer about filling a void. It's about choosing to enter a world you've built, a world where she's one captivating piece of your richer, fuller mosaic, not the whole picture. Now, her pursuit is a celebration of your journey, not a demand on your time. That, my friend, is the essence of true attraction. A man who stands firm in his own life, invites interest without coercion, and watches as his presence becomes the ultimate prize. In every silent moment, every disciplined boundary, in all the adventures you embrace alone, you demonstrate that your worth isn't up for grabs. And that is the most powerful magnet of all.